Well, welcome everybody to the show today. I'm Trey Young. I'm here with a buddy of mine, Grant Roberts. He, a guy I met a few years ago. He's an amateur rider. He likes to play around with these horses a little bit, and he's been begging me to take him and swim a horse. He wants to swim this horse. He's been talking to me about this for years. He wants to swim a horse, So I'm going to show him today how we're going to swim a horse. But there's a few things with him being an amateur like he is, and if you just kind of watch how he's holding his reins and what he's got going on here, he needs a little bit of help with his rein management and things like that, and really show him some things right here in just a second as far as us using our legs and our hands and how to instruct these horses and keep them in a straight line. And we talk about this a lot, keeping our horses between our hands and our legs and taking these horses through water. That's going to probably be the biggest thing today, is teaching Grant how to keep that horse between his hands and his legs and keep him going in a straight line and moving the way he wants him to go by using his legs and his hands at the same time. Like a lot of times, Grant, he wants to ride with just his hands a lot, You feel that? Yeah. Grant, well, what's the deal with you, man? Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm originally from San Diego, California. Was born and raised there and came out to Florida when I was about 17 years old after I was drafted by the New York Mets. And I was lucky enough to play 10 years professional baseball and meet a lot of neat people and see the country. See
the world, huh? This guy got to play in the World Series. Who gets to play in the World Series? I mean, come on.
Yeah, that was 2000 New York Mets against the New York Yankees Subway Series. And that was my first year in the big leagues, and lucky enough to go through and experience a once-in-a-lifetime thing of being in the World Series.
Unbelievable thing. Unbelievable. It's just the greatest experience ever. You got to live a heck of a life, man. Fun times, huh?
Yeah, it was a wild ride while it lasts, that's for sure.
Grant here, he lives in Alabama now, and he lived in Tallahassee for a little while. Me and him, we duck hunt together. He came down here and we met through his wife and my fiance, and we kind of hit it off really good, and we love to go duck hunting a lot. And that's kind of how we got started. He'd come out here and he'd shot a few deer with my brother. My brother didn't get too happy about that, though, did he?
No. But, I was supposed to shoot a little doe that day, but...
Yeah, well, you thought it was a doe, right?
Yeah.
Ended up having horns on accident.
That's right.
But no, guys, that's the story with me and Grant, and I want to really show you guys. I'm going to have a good time with him today. This is going to be fun. We're going to go outside. We're going to start slow, guys. We're going to go through a smaller bit of water, and then another bit of water that's a little bit more narrow, for him to get that horse down. And then we're going to actually take him to the big pond, and we're going to actually swim these horses. And what I want to work on with Grant, first of all, guys, when we first start here, is work on, just watch me here, Grant. Okay, you see where I'm at with my hands? You see how my rein management here? I've got my hands here. I'm not really pulling on my horse, but what I really want you to work on is when you move your horse to the left, to put your right leg to go left, okay? You see that? See how my horse is right there? I put my right leg so he moves to the left, okay? And my left leg is going to move him to the right, okay? And so that's where you're going to have to really come into play when we're going forward and you trying to get this horse to go one direction, is keeping him right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, and your hands here, to direct his head. And like right here, I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to take this horse through here real easy and real slow. I'm just going to kind of point his nose in the direction I want to go, use my left leg, point his nose in the direction I want to go, use my right leg, point his direct nose, use my left leg, and then around. So let me push his shoulders through, and then here. Same thing here, just like this. You see how that kind of works? We'll try it one time. Just kind of ride him forward, Grant. Just ride your horse forward and just squeeze. And see, like right there, how you just kind of come across, just like I was saying, just kind of come across and use that leg. There you go. A little bit slower. Get your reins a little shorter. See how I'm going to show you right here, Grant. You see where my reins are? See how I'm down here and you're way up here?
Right.
So you can only pull when you're here. You're limited to what you can do. So try to get your hands down here just a little bit shorter. Shorten everything up. Shorten your reins up. Slide them down, slide them down, slide them down, slide them down. Now widen your hands back out. There you go. But keep them short. Keep your reins short. All right, Grant, let me get off and show you. It'll be a little easier for you, I think, if I can just kind of get off and show you. But the thing about it is, you don't want to get your, I want to shorten this all up here. Get you where you're right here, okay? Okay, grab here. Okay, your hands are wide. When you steer him, don't steer him like this. Steer him out here like this. Make sense? Okay. Steer him out here like this, and put your right leg on him right now. See how he moves his shoulders through? Okay, you see how it makes a little bit of difference. You're a little shorter there. And you kind of lead his nose and then just push with that opposite leg. So try it to the left one time. Just to move him, like there you go, across. There, you feel him? Feel him? Now to the right again. There, that was better. And just let him move forward, that's okay. Easy. And now to the right. Turn to the right again. Turn to me. Left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg. Okay, feel his shoulder move through? That's what you want. Keep going to the right. Keep going to the right. Left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg. Okay, good. Now I want you to take him to them cones like that. See how you do that? But go real slow. Real easy, real slow. Easy with your legs. You want to push with those legs first. And if he doesn't get off of it, then you want to bump, okay? This is a lot of new stuff for Grant, guys. You know, he's been riding. I don't know how many times you ever rode a horse, Grant.
Not very many.
You know? It's going to be a good time, though, today once I get him in that water. So try to slow him down and then make your turn with that left leg and go ahead and go through those cones one more time.
All right.
You're fine. Use that right leg and make your turn. You feel how that turn? But look here. Remember, don't pull back. Steer here. Steer out in front for him. Okay? Oh yeah, it's a lot easier that way, you know. That's what we're looking for, is this horse to turn off our leg where we don't have to use our hand quite as much. You kind of see what I'm saying? And that's where you know, what you're doing with your hands more or less, like when we go into these obstacles and we go into the water and things, guys, you know, it's like we're trying to keep our horse's nose pointed to where we're going, you know what I mean? And we're using our legs to maneuver his body, you know what I'm saying? So that's what keeping him between my hands and my legs really means, you know? I'm keeping his nose right where I want him to go, but I'm using my legs to maneuver his body to determine which direction I'm really going. I'm just pointing his nose to that direction. Then I'm using my legs to push him in that direction. Does that make sense?
The reins kind of control the head.
And you're exactly. Control his body, you know, and guys, with Grant today, you know, I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of different leg positions and things. I'm really not going to get that complicated for him, because we can sit here and talk about different leg positions, because every leg position means something different, you know. There's 3 different leg positions, move different parts of his body, and today we're just I want Grant to just be able to control that horse's shoulders and his nose and move him straight through and straight forward through these obstacles we're going through this water today. So when we get down to this big water, he's not running this way and running that way and running this way and running that way. You know, he's going straight into where we want him to go. I want you to try to find a line, Grant, and that's going to be like down here when we go down into these other spots down here. Is find a line, you know, like look at there, like there's a spot, you know, imaginary line. And okay, that's what I'm trying to focus on. That's where I'm trying to get in the water, is on this line. And here I go, and try to keep him going straight to that spot, you know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing. And asking for, and it's going to be a lot of pressure and release, you know. Press with your feet, and if he goes forward, then you're going to release. And when we get out there, I'm going to really work on that with you. But in here, you know, I just wanted to kind of go over a few basic things as far as keeping him between your hands and your legs, you know. But when we get out there, we'll work on I'll show you about going forward and pressure and release, you know, it's all the same. But you guys stick back with us, and we'll be right back. We're going to be out here. We're going to go through some water. Come on, let's rock it. All right, I want to welcome everybody back. Me and Grant, we just made it down here to this little water obstacle. Kind of going to introduce him to some water first, you know, and try to get him to make his horse go through there correctly before we, you know, go to some big water and try to make him swim this horse exactly. Want to eat? Back him up there, Grant. Don't let him eat one time. Just kind of sit back and back him up. There you go. And I want to talk to you guys about Grant's horse. You know, I got him on a 6-year-old gelding here who's been through the water, been through all kinds of different stuff. And it makes it a little easier on Grant having him where he can kind of, this horse already knows his drill, you know, and knows his routine. I'm not going to put him on a young horse and say, hey, take him to the water, you know, and I'm definitely not going to take Grant, him being an amateur like he is, and definitely try to get him to swim without me being here to help him and instruct him with everything we're doing, you know. So let's go ahead, Grant, and I'm going to go in here first, and you kind of step over there and watch me and watch my hands, you know. See how you're up here? Try to get you a little bit shorter, like slide your hands down a little bit. There, slide a little bit more, even a little bit more. Slide your hands down your reins, down your reins, down your reins. There you go. There you go. And see how I got him here so I can control him faster, slower, and right here in between my hands and my legs, okay? I'm just going to ask him straight forward. Good. And I'm just going to let him go. He's just going to go in by himself. Really didn't have to squeeze on him or anything, but I got my hands right here the whole time, okay? It's gonna be different when we get to swim. When we get to swimming, Grant, it's gonna be a little different because you're gonna be on top of this horse back here, you know, holding on. This horse is gonna be taking you through there, and you're gonna be one-handed, you know, taking you through there, being able to steer him with one hand at the same time while you're having to hold on, you know. So just take your horse through there same way, just right there in the same little spot, and just kind of kick forward, kick forward. Use your legs, use your legs, use your legs. He does it, use your legs again. He actually got it in 8 days. Good. Good. Forward, all the way through. Kick. There you go. Good. And just move him all the way through. Move him to the right a little bit. Steer him to the right. Use that left leg. Move him over a little bit. There you go. See how you moved him over? Good. And just all the way through and forward. All the way through and forward. All the way through. Good. Right, left leg moves him to the right. Remember, opposite pressure, guys. All I'm trying to get Grant to do is move this horse through, get him to move that horse's shoulders through and make him follow his nose and where he's going. So, you guys, does that make sense for you, Grant? You know, what I just told you there?
Yeah, keep him a little lower, trying to steer his head.
And yeah, no, trying to keep his nose pointed in that direction, you know, and really keep him moving with your legs, you know. Because when you get him in that water and you really start rolling through there, you know, you're going to have to push him on, because it's going to drop off in there. We're going to ease over here and go through a little bit more water. It's a little more narrow, the entrance. So it's going to be a little different, Grant. Let's follow right over here and go right on over here to it and get in it.
Cut.
You ready to go in the water? A little deeper, a little steeper. Guys, Grant just said looking a little deeper and a little steeper here. That's the plan, you know. I want it to be a little more difficult for him. You know, we went through that water, it was a little bit easier for him. Now we got a little bit more narrow path. It's a little steeper. When we get to this pond, we're gonna go swimming. It's gonna be a lot steeper where we go in. So we're really gonna work on, you know, you're really gonna have to keep him right in that straight line and really try to push him right through there. And Grant, what I want you to try to do, man, I want you to try to go first and just try to ease your horse forward on down through there. And when you get him to step in there and just kind of step him on through and just keep him walking straight ahead. All right, go ahead and ask. Remember, twin your hands and your legs. Straight forward. Good. Just to ask again. Good. Good. Ask again. Good. Good. Now just let him kind of ease off in there. Good. We got logs breaking, everything. That was really good. Kind of use that right leg and move him over to the left. Take him straight down the middle now. Good, Grant. I'm going to ease mine in here, guys, and my hands are just going to be right here in the middle. Ask my horse forward. There, just ease him right in here. Make it real slow. Biggest thing for you, Grant, you know, is try to keep that horse between your hands and your legs and try to steer him in the direction you want to go. Really use your legs. Really use your legs. We're just going to try to go slow here, guys. We're just walking right here. It's not too deep right here. It's a little more shallow. Going to ease our way right on through. Just keep on walking all the way through here, Grant. We're going to get down here and we're going to come back. Get a little deeper right here for you. Really work on steering. Kick, kick, kick forward. Kick, kick, kick forward. Kick, kick, kick forward. Good. 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 Little forward, little forward. Good. Good. A little bit more forward. Kick, 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 kick. Don't let him eat. There we go. Good. All right, Grant, let's turn around, man. That was good. You know, let's just turn him around. We're going to walk him right back out. Same thing. You know, try to keep those reins managed where he can't get too fast on you. If something happens, you can always pull him, keep him moving forward there. Sometimes, guys, we get to a spot and sometimes you let your horse stop. He wants to start to play, and next thing you know, tries to lay down and roll around on you, and then we're really going to be wet before we're really supposed to be wet.